If I just say every person should have good level of confidence, then a lot of question might come into me. Then what about people who are naturally introvert, who naturally does not possess good level of confidence, who are kind of antisocial, who are comfortable being alone? A lot of time our characters, the personality that we possess becomes an excuse that keeps us away from learning something, that keeps us away from being into a better person. So that becomes the first excuse. Sometimes the people around you understands what type of person you are, but how long will the people around you understand you? How long will the environment adjust with you? So that's the question. So to acquire something bigger, to achieve something bigger, just have to get out of the comfortability, then jump into something that is uncomfortable. Then that brings a huge changes in transforming person. A lot of times I thought that, to achieve things or to secure something good, we need to have good knowledge, we need to develop good skills. I thought that was sufficient, that was enough to bring changes, that was enough to turn something good. Then that wasn't. Later I have learned through some studies that for every success, 80% of the success comes out of attitude, comes out of a person's attitude. Then 20% comes out of aptitude. So bigger has to do with your attitude, and by attitude I mean positive characters, which is the confidence that I'm talking about. Then 20%, the lesser probability is the aptitude, the skills that you acquire, the knowledge that you have, the ability that you have. So your confidence is something that shines your aptitude, that shows that you are skilled, that shows that you have a required knowledge, that shows your ability. So attitude comes to the front, then your aptitude comes to the second. So when you do not possess good level of confidence, then how do you let your aptitude grow? How do you improve your knowledge? How do you improve your skills? How do you improve your ability? How do you expand your capacity? So that's the thing. In biological perspective, there are a lot of reasons why people does not have good level of confidence, good level of positivity. But one thing that I want to talk about out of many, which I don't know everything, but something that I know, and that has to do with our attitude, that has to do with our personality, that has to do with your confidence, is chemical in your brain called serotonin. Let's bring it this way. Every movement, suppose starting from our senses, the ability to sense, so the motor movement, so the ability to move around, all this ability comes through our nervous system. So there are certain nervous system from our brain to our spinal cord, from our spinal cord to the rest of our body, connecting everything through nerves. And even smaller than that, there are tiny billions of neurons that connects our nervous system, billions of neurons that structures our nervous system. And therefore, every signal, every information is worked actively through the neurons, because there are certain different types of neurotransmitters, which basically are the chemicals that works in our nervous system. And serotonin is one particular neurotransmitter. So it's as basic as this. The higher level of serotonin, the higher level of confidence. The lower level of serotonin, the lower level of confidence. So this is how it works. A lot of time I've heard people saying, feel like a man, but I never got to understand what feel like a man was about. Then later I came to learn that feel like a man, when somebody fails, because I watched a lot of UFC fights and boxings. So what I've learned from that sports is that when somebody is a champion, or somebody with good winning streak, once they get beaten up, once they lose against the opponent, then I've seen that their level of confidence totally drops. So fail like a man comes where even when you fail, just stay with the same level of confidence. Because when you fail, it doesn't show that you are weak. Failure is not a sign that you are weak. Failure is a sign that you need improvement. So when you fail, never get down from the level of confidence that you have. Just stay there. So that's what fail like a man means. So as I was talking about serotonin level, as I said, the higher level of serotonin, the higher level of confidence that I have, the higher level of motivation. When we fail, the first thing is we get disappointed, then we are filled with guilt, then we are filled with shame, we feel victimized. So that's the problem. So after which you do not have enough confidence for your next challenge, and therefore it is necessary to have good level of confidence. I want to jump into conclusion. I'll bring some ways that I think that can really improve your confidence level. First thing is, where do we get our motivation? That's the thing. If you are in my age group, somewhere from 20 to 30, the best suggestion I can give you is you need somebody who can really motivate you, who can really scold you, who can really direct you. You need good mentor. So that's the best thing you can do. That's the best thing I do right now. We need a mentor, we need a friend who are not scared, to go against your will if necessary. We need that kind of mentor. We need people who can really push you, and then for that matter, even people of different age group. So first great thing comes from support. So the next thing is try to speak out. There are consequences. Yes, there are consequences of speaking out. Sometimes when you speak out, you get criticism. You are accused for what you speak. Sometimes there are consequences. Then the consequences for not speaking out is you don't express what you feel, you don't express what you think, and therefore you follow what people says. You just follow a pattern that somebody makes for you. So when that's so, you are never able to understand yourself. Then the level of confidence keep dropping. The level of confidence never goes higher. The last thing is you should understand yourself well. And by understanding self, I mean, even when people around you, even when everybody says that you are good, sometimes you have to accept that you are bad. And sometimes even when the rest of the other people tells you that you are bad, sometimes you have to accept that you are good. So that's how you motivate yourself as well. So when you understand yourself, you understand others. When you understand others, then you know you are who you are. Then that's where you find your